Welcome to Channel Today in History. In today's video we will talk about the day. October 17th, the first nuclear power plant is inaugurated, 1956. In 1939, the Danish physicist Niels Bohr announced to the scientific community an unprecedented phenomenon, the fragmentation of the uranium nucleus. The phenomenon would be known from then on as fission. Uranium fission, it turns out, releases about 10 times more energy per nucleus than any other nuclear reaction known so far, and, moreover, is likely to propagate through a chain reaction. In 1942, in the United States, the physicist Enrico Fermi and his collaborators built at Princeton University, in Chicago, the first atomic cell. The event gave rise to the first controlled nuclear reaction in history, and would serve as a model for nuclear power plants and for building the first atomic bombs. In 1945, in White Sands, in the state of New Mexico, in the United States, the first experimental atomic bomb of 19 kilotons, under the code name of Trinity, was detonated in secret, amidst great expectations from the authorities involved. Prior to the bombing of Japan in August 1945. In 1949, Russia carried out its first atomic test in Siberia, and in 1952, the United Kingdom would also become a nuclear power. France and China had access to the bomb in 1960 and 1964, respectively. Magnox Calder Hall was the first nuclear power plant in the Western world, put into operation in the United Kingdom, and the second in the world, after the small Soviet nuclear power plant at Obninsk. The first connection to the grid was produced in August 1956, and the factory was officially opened by Queen Elizabeth II on October 17. Calder Hall had a generating capacity of 196 megawatts and was adjacent to a complex of nuclear processing facilities near Windscale, near the Irish Sea. The complex would be known years later as Sellafield. In 1957, with the support of 81 nations, the Vienna-based International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, was established, an initiative that recognized as an antecedent the warning issued 4 years earlier to the UN by U.S. President Dwight Eisenhower about the need to have an international statute that would oversee the safe use of atomic energy in the world. In the 1960s, the United States launched the first nuclear program aimed at generating electricity. Shortly thereafter, other industrialized countries followed suit, carrying out their own nuclear power plant construction and exploration programs. Economic stability, strong growth in electricity demand, and its promising economic expectations were the driving force behind the development of this energy source. In the early 1970s, the oil energy crisis provided the definitive boost to nuclear energy within the energy plans of many industrialized countries such as Germany, Canada, Italy, and Japan. Nuclear power carried out by France, abandoning graphite and gas reactors for American pressurized water technology. In turn, other countries, such as Mexico, Brazil, Taiwan, and Korea, prepared to start their nuclear programs. However, in the second half of the 1970s, there was an economic crisis that stabilized electricity demand. The investment costs of nuclear power plants under construction soared, and the anti-nuclear movement began to emerge, impacting public opinion. The combination of these factors conditioned a strong deceleration of nuclear programs, especially in countries where this source of energy was more developed. Did you like the video? In the description you will find the blog link with the full article. Give an incentive by subscribing to the channel, liking, commenting, and sharing with your friends. Hugs. Until the next.